Right now at 6, transit riders rattled after a man fatally stabs another passenger.
It's super unfortunate that, the Max is not a safe place.
What we're learning this evening about the suspect's violent past. Plus, how police arrested an alleged serial burglar and found mountains of evidence. Then,
we're all riddled with anxiety and just want her back safe and sound.
A Vancouver woman who specializes in caring for others disappears without a trace. And later, the big basketball oops gets an obvious fix.
I have a lot of colleagues that would say only in women's basketball.
The latest line in the drama that's all over 9 inches.
Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko. We begin at 6 with new details about the man accused of murdering another Max passenger during the Friday evening rush, with court documents indicating the suspect told police he had been hearing voices and feared the victim was going to kill him. Kyle Boshi joins us live downtown. Kyle, you were in the courtroom when the suspect made an appearance this afternoon. What'd you learn?
David, that 51-year-old suspect pleaded not guilty in court today. He'll remain behind bars. Records indicate he has a disturbing criminal history. The man accused of stabbing and killing another Max passenger in what police describe as an unprovoked attack appeared in court late Monday afternoon. 51-year-old Shondell Larkin is charged with murder and unlawful use of a weapon. Police arrested Larkin Friday evening after the eastbound Max train he was riding stopped at the 82nd Avenue station. He was covered in blood and holding a butcher's knife, according to police. Court records indicate Larkin stabbed the victim multiple times in the shoulder, chest, and stomach. The suspect later told police voices he heard made him believe the victim was going to kill him, according to court records. Friday's murder follows a string of recent headline-grabbing assaults and violence on TriMet. Last fall, the agency announced it planned to step up security. Riders have mixed feelings.
Usually I feel pretty safe because they have those guys with the yellow jackets on, and that helps out a lot.
It's super unfortunate that, the Max is not a safe place.
Still gonna ride the Max. Still gotta get around.
Security on Max isn't really the problem. I didn't know about the stabbing, but yeah, things like that do happen, particularly in metropolitan areas.
The suspect in Friday's murder previously made headlines in Southern California. In 2022, Larkin was arrested for allegedly peeping into a woman's window in Culver City, California. At the time, investigators released Ring doorbell camera video of the suspect, who's a registered sex offender. Court records indicate Larkin has prior violent convictions in California. So far, police have not identified the victim in Friday's deadly stabbing. Back to you.
Yeah, a lot of disturbing details in this case. Kyle Boshi reporting downtown. Thank you, Kyle. In your headlines this evening, a pedestrian has been hospitalized with life-threatening injuries after they were hit by a car in North Portland. This was just after 6:15 this morning on North Interstate Avenue near Sumner Street. Police are looking into the cause here and say the driver stayed at the scene and was cooperative. The Seattle area mother accused of killing her 4-year-old son went before a judge for the first time this afternoon. Janet Garcia faces murder and assault charges after her son Ariel was found dead in Pierce County last week. Authorities say this is video of Garcia last Wednesday in Ridgefield. That is the same day her family in the Everett area reported Ariel missing. According to court documents, Janet Garcia told a Clark County detective that Ariel had fallen out of bed. The wait was too long at a hospital, so she dropped him off with a friend in Seattle, then went to Ridgefield for treatment for substance abuse. The detective noticed what looked like blood on Garcia's shoes and shirt. The judge in the case has set bail at $5 million. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek signed a bill today that officially reverses a key portion of Measure 110 and recriminalizes drug possession. Now, under that portion of the law, which goes into effect in September, those convicted of a new misdemeanor will get up to 18 months probation, though if they violate the terms, could end up in jail. The law also gives counties the option to set up deflection programs. Some drug users would go to treatment rather than into the court system. Well, nearly 24 counties have signed on to that, including Multnomah County. It's very much a work in progress. And authorities in Skamania County have identified the man who died in a fall while climbing Mt St Helens over the weekend. 42-year-old Roscoe Shorey of Washougal was near the summit on the volcano's rim when a cornice gave way underneath him. Shorey fell some 1,200 feet into the crater. A recovery team was able to retrieve his body via helicopter. Officials say Shorey was an experienced climber who had summited Mt St Helens 28 times. Joe?
David, we're looking at some really nice weather out there on your Monday night. Temperature of 70 degrees, crystal clear skies. Tonight, well, that carries over into tomorrow as well. Along the Oregon coast, temperatures are a little bit cooler. Looking at temperatures close to 60 degrees at this hour. So the first day of April, we couldn't really ask for a better weather. Tomorrow is going to be just as nice. I'm forecasting highs anywhere from about 75 degrees to 78 degrees. That includes throughout parts of the metro area. By midweek, we'll go back to reality. That means showers and some cooler conditions move on through. Late Wednesday night and into Thursday morning, we will be seeing those snow levels drop down to 1,000 feet. So that includes parts of the coast range. Let's go back out here toward the reserve out in the Loa. Temperatures in the upper 60s at 69 degrees at this hour. Taking you hour by hour tonight, we are going to be looking at basically clear skies the rest of tonight and into tomorrow. There will be some areas that see some patchy areas of fog throughout the central portion of the Willamette Valley, Salem South. That part of the valley will be looking at the low 70s, but heading into the afternoon, we're looking at nothing but sunshine. Changes move on shore, though, late tomorrow night into Wednesday. I'll break that all down for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Soaking up the sunshine while it lasts. Thank you, Joe. Developing this evening, authorities and community members are searching for a Vancouver woman who went missing last week. That includes her co-workers at an assisted living community in West Lynn. Evan Watson is live at the Roselyn Care Center with the very latest. Evan.
David, Christina Ace works as the nursing specialist here at this facility in West Lynn, which specializes in long-term care, directing a staff of 50 people. But she disappeared last week, shocking her concerned co-workers.
She's a deeply missed person by her family, by us, by those that she cares for. We're all riddled with anxiety and just want her back safe and sound.
Vancouver police say they're investigating the suspicious disappearance of a Vancouver woman who went missing last week. Christina Ace is 61 and works at Roselyn Care Center, an assisted living facility in West Lynn. Her boss, Brady Waldriff, says the staff misses her dearly, adding that she's a reliable, timely, and caring person.
Difficult is an understatement. Weird, surreal, difficult.
Vancouver police say Ace was last seen on Tuesday, March 26th, and her disappearance is far outside of her normal pattern. There's no person of interest, and her family and friends are working with police to try and find her. Last week, co-workers searched for her near her home in Vancouver, near her job in West Lynn, and elsewhere.
Put up missing signs and talked to people that were in those areas to see if they had seen anything, experienced anything, and just trying to see if we could help generate any leads. 2
co-workers found her car, but Waldriff said there weren't any issues or concerning signs with it.
I know the police play things close to the chest if they have any leads. They have to protect their investigation and their process, but for us, there's no updates.
Ace didn't show up for work last Tuesday morning, and co-workers later called the police. The Vancouver, Portland, and West Lynn police departments are all working together on this investigation.
We care about each other as a family. We do the work that we do for other families as a family. And missing her isn't just missing a coworker, it's missing one of our family members.
Vancouver police are asking anyone who knows Christina Ace, who may have had contact with her in the past few weeks, or who knows anything about her disappearance, to please contact them. David.
Thank you, Evan. Appreciate your reporting. Let's talk about fentanyl because individual bottle return services at 2 downtown Portland stores will remain suspended for the month of April. Back in early March, the regulator paused bottle return services at the Safeway and the Plaid Pantry on Southwest Jefferson. This was all at the request of Portland's 90-day fentanyl emergency task force. Police say that area of downtown near the South Park blocks is just flooded with drug use and dealing. The 2 stores, which are a block apart, have been a magnet for drug users who in turn turn in cans for cash to support their habit. Let's bring in Blair Best downtown. Blair, you've covered that fentanyl hotspot extensively, though this evening we're talking about what is perhaps the unintended consequence of the pause here. The fact some of the trouble has shifted about 5 blocks north to the Central Library. What's happening there?
Yeah, that's right, David. Portland police have been hitting this area hard, and last week surrounding business owners asked them for even more of a presence. Now on Friday, Portland police arrested 9 people around the North Park blocks and the library. 7 of them were dealers. They took over $2,000 in cash, along with about 170 grams of powdered fentanyl and another 100 grams of pills. At the county level, under the 90-day fentanyl state of emergency declared earlier this year, they're looking to improve lighting around the Central Library to disturb dealers and send outreach workers to connect with users.
And we hope to spend the majority of our time this week up there at the library dealing with the fentanyl problem.
People just are using this as a segue to deal drugs, to camp out and be strung out.
Has police cracking down made it harder for you to get fentanyl?
Of course not. No. Let's be honest, no, not at all.
All right, so the mayor's office tells us they support the move to add more lighting around the library. And that being said, the library, those who work there, they say it's a public space. It's reflective of the surrounding community and that they've dealt with drug use and homelessness before. But they support anything that the county will do to improve safety. And more on all of this coming up tonight at 6:30 on The Story. David.
Bit of a reality check there. Thank you, Blair. Straight ahead at 6.